Alright, what's up guys? So, this is Paranormal Adventures. This is episode 5. And we are now part 2 of the second house that I ever lived at. And I decided that this is going to be the last episode of... This is going to be the last episode of this house. And then we'll go on to the third house, which will be 3 parts. So I'm going to tell how we moved in, the first experience here, and then tell a little bit more, and then I'll tell my most recent paranormal experience that I've actually ever had. But before we do that, shameless plug that I have to do. Almost everything that I put on YouTube from here on out will also be on Amazon Prime. I'm going to work very hard to make sure that everything gets on there. I don't think I'm going to put The Man, the Management. I may put most of season 4 on there and stuff like that. Maybe some of the movies, but those series I don't know if I'm going to put on there. I mean, I may do that because that's like basically the flagship thing for my whole existence on YouTube. And so basically you can buy episode by season. You can get free with ads. It can be included with Prime. So obviously this would bring more monetary value to me, so I can put more budget and also make an income. So yeah. So now I'm going to talk about the last investigation that I ever did, including the last paranormal experience I ever had in that house, and then story that my father told me. He said that I could use this story, and I'm going to also basically go to the last days and then just before we move. So I'll start with my father's story. So my grandma died in 2006. Her death and her funeral is the reason why I don't go to funerals anymore. That's probably the saddest day in terms of death. And the saddest day that I think can anywhere come close was when Scooby got really sick and I thought he was going to die. And then my grandpa died. Grandpa got me into wrestling. He's the sole reason why I watch WWE anymore. If I didn't promise him, I probably wouldn't watch it. But for the rest of my life, I'm going to make sure that at 8 and at 8 o'clock, I'm sitting down and watching wrestling. So my grandpa died in 2013. So my father, he was sleeping one night, and he gets up. He goes pee. Basically, as soon as you open the door, if you turn left, there's a bathroom. If you go straight ahead, there would be my sister's room, and then if you turn right, those are the stairs. He goes pee, and he hears this noise when he comes out, and he looks downstairs, and there is Grandma and Grandpa. They're just sitting there. So he goes downstairs, and he basically talks to Grandma and Grandpa as if they're right there, and he asks them how they are. They said fine. They're like, why are you here? And basically they say, because we want you to know how proud we are of you, and that don't stop what you're doing. Keep working hard. We know that you're in pain every single day, but keep doing what you're doing, and you'll get, paid for it. You'll see better things. And then not even a year later, just a few months later, my father got a raise and all that stuff, and now he's got a few more raises since then, and everything's been good. So that's a really cool story. So now I'm going to talk about basically the last investigation. So I didn't decide that this is going to be the last investigation I did. I mean, it just, no other time ever felt like I needed to do an investigation. So it's the only investigation I ever did at this house, at that house. And basically we were in the basement because that's where I was sleeping. And basically my sister and I, we got our phones. By this point we both had, iPods. I still had my flip phone. I had my flip phone until the first year living here, and when I dropped it in the toilet. So I would probably still have it if it wasn't dropping it in the toilet. That was a good phone too. So I was in the laundry room. No, I was in my bedroom. She was in the laundry room. She was asking questions. I was asking questions. And then all of a sudden, the door, basically there was this door where you could see the furnace. If you open it, you would see the furnace, and underneath the stairs, you put stuff in there and all that stuff. And that's the dogs. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden the door slammed shut. Right in front of me, it's just slammed shut. And it's one of only probably 3 times I've seen a door, slam shut. And that freaked me out. I was like, whoa. This barely happened at the most haunted place I've ever seen, and in person and all that stuff, and never really seen a door slam that hard before. I've seen a door shut, never slammed that hard. And it just slammed. And when that happened, I was like, okay, this is really creepy. So we did the flashlight test, which basically you unhook the flashlight to a certain point where if you just tap it, it'll turn on. So that for an apparition or a ghost, they don't have to use so much energy to do that. So we did that, and it worked. We worked for about, we got some questions for a good 15 to 30 minutes. And after that, we caught some footsteps on the basement and all that stuff. And now that I'm thinking, I'm like, why didn't I, do more investigations? I don't know why. And that's why I kind of wish, like when I got my iPod at first, it was late 2012, mid 2012, late 2012. And I'm like, if I started my YouTube channel then, that would have been about 2 years earlier. I mean, that means I would have started, the Man and the Manus Man in 2015. So just think where it would be now would be insane. But yeah. So we caught some other things. We didn't catch any voices, and then we listened to all the stuff. And I don't know what I did to that footage or audio that we caught. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, so that's it with the last investigation. For a last investigation, it was really good. So now we go to the last paranormal experience I ever had in the house. And basically, my last paranormal experience, Scooby was downstairs with me, and all of a sudden Scooby runs up the stairs and starts growling. I'm like, okay, this is weird. He starts growling, and then I go up the stairs, I open the door, and he's just sitting there. Okay, this is weird. He never does that. And nothing was there. We go back downstairs, and he's fine. So, super weird. So the last days in the house, we needed a new place. We needed a place. I'm not going to really go into it, but we needed a new place. And those people just weren't really good at being a landlord and all that stuff. So we found this place. I'll get into how we moved and all that stuff, but that's about it. So make sure to like. This will be on Amazon Prime, so probably next week it'll probably be on Amazon Prime. So just now, obviously, this episode will go up on like August 6th, 7th, or 8th. So yeah, so keep a lookout on that on Amazon Prime if you have that. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.